The lady that runs it is fairly elderly now, and she needs someone to support and take over, and she's asked the group and nobody wants to support and take over, and she doesn't have a bank account, which is why we've always supported and helped where we could, but now have specifically brought this in this year.
Sorry, bring Stephen in because you've not spoke yet.
No, okay.
I was just going to say that if that's the situation, then we're legally not bound. We can.
Unless they open, it's a rule of the grant is that they have to open a bank account.
Stephen, and then
It's very difficult for groups such as that to open a bank account these days.
Can we offer to help them open a bank account? Because I know how, even as an individual it's hard, as groups it's even harder, isn't it?
Well, my suggestion was going to be if people that are involved with other groups, if we could just have like a little bit of a nudge, and if, as clerk, if you could just let them know of the issues, and then if councillors that have had a little word with other groups could just put forward those suggestions, and then we could put forward, and hopefully this can be resolved through a bit of collaborative working to get around it, and then we can consider it again.
They don't need the money immediately, they have got some money, as you can see from the, so we could defer it and have that conversation again. But there are 30 odd people that do attend that group.
Yeah.
So I hear what you're saying about helping them, but it probably wouldn't be my. Probably it'd be a conflict if I help them set a bank account up. Right. It would have to fall to somebody within the group to set the bank account.
It's not a case.
Yeah, no, I don't mean
not a case of. If people could just, and then if you just forwarded contacts for them to work out amongst themselves, would that be doable? Like, if it was like the library or the choir group or people that know
other groups that have got bank accounts.
Yeah, just forwarded
information share.
Like just information share.
Yeah, I can certainly say heritage group. Because they're probably more similar than the library.
Yeah,
it is a charity.
Is there a way of like can and middleman where we don't actually give them the money, but we take on the responsibility for the costs somehow? So we pay it out of our account on their behalf.
Only if we run the event.
Okay.
Because it'd have to have parish council control as to running it as like it does as an event.
Okay, so if I propose that we defer this particular item to next month, and if people can get in touch with community groups, and then would it be possible you to communicate back like slight problem, but there might be some contacts that could help. Would that be doable?
Yeah.
Because then it's just sharing information.
We need to make it clear that they're not going to, unless they get an account, they can't get this funded. Which is, I see we've got to be very explicit with this.
I think we need to, but equally we are trying to find
definitely.
a solution.
It's not us trying to be difficult, this is a legal requirement and just say
yes.
This is...
absolutely.
So if I explain that the council have deferred it as not to reject it because they do want to support, however, it is a requirement to hold a bank account, and as these changes, and give them a month to network or commit to setting the bank account and then bring it back to July. Yeah.
Does that seem fair to everyone? Yeah. So I'll propose that. Do I have a seconder for that? Ian? Vote in favour? Full house. And that's doable from a staff point of view?
Yeah, it's obviously just been very clear with them.
Yes. Excellent, thank you. That's quite a tricky one.
We have told them that information, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are, but you could just say that council's now considered it and come back to the same
I've got an action there.
Yeah. Okay, so item 34. To receive a response from Wakefield District Council relating to the request of an on-site meeting regarding the highway matters raised relating to Milldown Chapel Gap, and consider any action required. Again, we've got that in our packs. Any questions or comments?
I can't remember, Chair, I wrote it in the pack, but this was the response to a proposal for a site visit. but I can't remember where I put the original proposal in the pack. But for those of you that don't remember, it's the response to a site proposal for site visit.
Sean, yeah.
I know they're saying they're looking at this and they're not going to have a site of it, but how can we see the extent of the problem if nobody comes out to look at this problem? Because it's a real bad problem in one of the park and it's dangerous for kids. This comes from an ex-councillor and it's still allowed to use it then. They used to come Wakefield and believe me, he knows about problems with parking and things that are dangerous.
Sorry, Ian and then Lane. Sorry.
That's, what is the history of it? Where did this proposal come from?
So, was it Sean, was it yourself?
Yeah.
Sean put a proposal on an earlier agenda, basically raising the highway traffic concerns and parking around that area of Milldam and is it Chapel Rock? Yeah. And requested a site visit from Wakefield Council. So that's what I've actioned. They haven't actually responded, so I've chased them recently, which is now prompted this response.
Lynn, next, and then I'll take.
I think it's displayed in the comments. That will not solve any of those problems. It's not the speed problem, it's lost visibility due to so many cars being parked, the narrowness of the roads, and you're not going to get making bigger paths. It's going to be no help or whatever. People are still going to drive their kids to school. So that actual road section is incredibly dangerous, and particularly on that bend as you come down there, because there's no visibility around that corner. The fact that there's not been a bad accident on that, and then added to that in winter all around there there's black ice, because people can't stand and walk. It's just that's
Andy,
I was probably basically the same there. They're saying what they're doing, but unless people actually think, oh, I won't take driving to school, I'll use this path, which is probably very few people because of where the path is.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody on Strata decided to use that, it just seems like it's a bit of a distraction. To be fair, this response. So I think the original, to my mind, the original proposal that let's have a site meeting, we can see what the real issue is and see if we can sort something for that, is what we still need to get it.
okay.
Can I just say, I propose it on behalf of ex-councillor Rogers. His wife were in an accident on a crossing recently, so none about it. But he couldn't even get to the hospital. His wife was in intensive care because he got locked in and he said to himself, the parking issue like Lynn says, it's really bad on that bend. But what we've got as well, we've got a section of land there with it used to be Johnny Cleland's orchard. They're proposing more houses. I know it's not going to happen, but that would have been great as a parking spot to take the congestion as a village asset. But that'll never happen. But what I'm saying is there's going to be more cars, there's going to be 4 houses, and there's going to be more cars, and they're going to be going in and out there right on that bend.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just play devil's advocate a little bit. I mean, I brought my daughter to school, she's at Milldam, so I go down there quite often, and it's the mill, whatever, the road that goes around, I don't remember what it's called, but that's no cars allowed during school time anyway, and it gets ignored, doesn't it? So and it doesn't matter what they do, there's still going to be parking issues, there's still going to be traffic issues. It's kind of like they're kind of damned to do, damned to do a little bit. Well, that's one thing, like let her on the side. But it's just, I get the point. That bend where our house is, that's horrendous. But I'm unsure what really they can do feasibly.
Well, just one thing, like Ian just said, they put them signs so they can't pull into the streets at school time. So what it's doing, it's blocking all Chapel Garth up and things like that. But the school recently have just called for PCO to go down there because of these problems. And all we did, basically, we went to the apartment and we knew on it. And all she did is advice card, but she didn't put tickets on, she can put tickets on if they're blocking courses or blocking access. They can't put it on double yellow lines because that's traffic stops and parking. But I think we also, if people are breaking rules, we need to get the police involved to start put tickets on. If they are blocking access and blocking corner and blocking.
I mean, I think we're all in
a site meeting would be beneficial and Roy would attend that.
I think we're all in agreement with this, I think in order to move this forward then, could we forward this request plus the letter to the new district councillors?
Yeah.
Because obviously they might not be up to speed with this, and then maybe they can put some pressure over from there. And would that reasonable to yourself, Susie, here? Okay, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's fine.
So I'm quite happy to propose that. For that? Lynn, seconded. Votes in favour of that, please. Thank you. Because I suspect this has come from officers rather than from the department.
Because you knew I'm going to show you that area, it'll have to be one morning or one evening with cars, when it's full-time parking. I can send you some photos.
Sean, just in terms of that request, obviously there'd be an invitation going out. It'd be right only for like more than just yourself being there.
So
So
show it there so you can get a site meeting with Ackworth Council, if possible.
yeah, well, what we've just agreed to is basically from Ackworth Parish Council, we put out an invitation to the 3 district councillors, and then we can send our councillors down for that site meeting that way.
Can I just say at this stage, the one councillor is in America with the World Cup, and the other one is no longer a Reform UK member. He sits as an independent.
I believe this is Councillor Rees Carr,
Oh,
who's
Yeah.
is still a district councillor, just so you know. So we'd have to put the invitation out to, when I was a district councillor, I was elected under Labour, but I was independent. I still received the same treatment from the parish councils and so on. So,
Fine.
but I understand what you're saying.
So, Chair, sorry, because I've just got a bit confused. I thought I was estimating these 2 district councillors. Are we requesting district councillors attend in relation to this?
So it's kind of changing it instead of just Wakefield Council, because to me this is like an official response from like the Highways Department and so officers. So it's basically slightly changing the request, sending them that information, but asking the 3 district councillors for a site visit.
So,
And then we can take what steps after that. That's what I was putting. Is everyone agreeing with me?
I'm confused. So,
No matter what it costs, if you get a site visit, we'll be helpful.
so to just be really clear, this has come from Wakefield Council.
Yes.
Am I responding to Wakefield Council, or am I just sending it to the district councillors asking for a site visit?
We can be different councillors now.
That's the whole point of that. Of putting that's the whole point of what I've just proposed.
Yeah, so it might be back.
So basically no response to the Highways Department. It's just basically to forward this request to the district councillors in terms of their new emails, because they're new in post,
I'm requesting a
and
site
requesting a
visit.
site visit with them.
With all council or
It'd be open to all
Anyone
parish
who wants to
councillors that
attend.
wanted to attend, yeah.
but not residents, just the councillors at this point.
Just Ackworth Parish councillors, yeah.
Sharon mentioned about resident attending.
Well, we can't stop residents meeting with district councillors on their own accord, but in terms of on an Ackworth Parish Council basis, as an Ackworth Parish councillor, this is the invitation we're putting out, and to have that site meeting with them on an official capacity.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
No, it's
Just
fine.
because Sean added more after the vote, I wasn't sure what I was doing, so I've got
So that's, in my mind, that's
Yeah.
what I was putting forward,
Yeah.
and that's what I was proposing, and that's my understanding on what we voted on.
Could we keep this resident that asked for this site meeting informed, by chance? Once we've had a site meeting, what's happening?
Have we had
I
correspondence
personally
from?
didn't, and this comes from the
Yeah,
proposal
he asked me to do it
from-
because they were in a situation, and it's still
I'd suggest any correspondence you've had would need to be forwarded to the
If you send it to
Parish
me,
Council
I can
team.
contact
We
it.
can then
Just
liaise
ask
that.
for a site meeting, I put it on as an agenda item, and we all agree for a site meeting.
But general needs like the correspondence, so we can have a thread, chain of which to follow up on. Like at the minute we don't have anything from this resident that they went to you, which is fair enough. So if you can forward that on, we can then send a response in that capacity.
I've already did it because he just wanted me to arrange for a site meeting to deal with the problem.
But you'll receive.
Yeah.
That was the first one. Was it verbal?
That
So
one?
can I just clear this up?
Yeah,
Chair?
verbal, yeah.
I can't update him because I can't contact him as a due because I didn't have the initial. If you want to send me an email with the initial saying my proposal was writing to this person, can you keep them up to date, then I can do that, no problem. But I can't update them because I don't have any details to contact Apple.
Yeah.
And GDPR can't do it.
We've now basically got a confirmation of fraud. We'll keep them up to date, pass it to
to be accepted from me,
Yeah.
that's fine, as long as I've got the details
Yeah.
and his
Yeah.
permission to do that, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Is that okay, Chair?
That's fine, yeah. Okay, so motions requested by councillors. So 35.1, to receive a proposal from councillor and sheriff that expressions of interest are sought for a medium-term lease, for example, 3 years, for Brackenhill Community Centre for appropriate use such as office or similar, to provide ongoing income for the parish council from the facility, which is currently largely unused. And I'll bring you in, Andy.
Yeah, well, as I said earlier, I put that in, not knowing we've got the other
Yeah, I didn't know either.
before that. So yeah, you know, effectively we've kind of had an expression of interest in line with what I was thinking we could ask for people. But I have divvied it up in terms of it. And as I say, I think if you're looking at something over 7 years, you do have to put it out to the public. Local Government Act 72 it covers that, but obviously it's best practice anyway. I mean, in terms of it, obviously, you know, I suppose my thought was that if we did it, it would, and I didn't maybe put quite enough detail on this, but my thinking was maybe around £300 a month it might be worth. But then plus all of the, you know, if somebody's renting that and they're using all the electric and all the whatever, they ought to cover all of that. Because during the winter, I suspect that building could cost a lot of money if you really want. And, you know, and if somebody left the heater on overnight every night, we could, you know, so I think that would all have to be down to them, was my thought. And yeah, you know, I was impressed with that. And as I said, I might be the only person that's interested, but I just have the thought that for the sake of the community, we ought to just say, is everybody interested? You know, even if it was we have had an interest, would everybody else like to common interest? So,
yeah.
If I can just add one other thing, I did include on mine plus VAT, and I've actually looked into that a bit more. We don't have to charge VAT, but if we do charge VAT, we could reclaim any VAT costs on repairs to that building, which if we don't charge VAT, we couldn't reclaim. So,
okay, right.
well, that's my understanding. I'm not saying that's the case.
Yeah.
That's my understanding. And on that basis, chances are the kind of people that might rent it might well be VAT registered, and in which case it doesn't cost them anything, but it benefits everybody in the end. If you know, it's a bit of admin, but we're already doing that. So actually, if you charge VAT and the building needs some repair, at least we get back anything.
Yeah.
So just add a little bit into it. So,
Yeah.
I was just going to say, given the other one got deferred to the next month, is it worth deferring this until we get because you're doing the work about the change of use and stuff, isn't it? So
yeah, I mean, there's issues obviously in terms of it, but again, it's just, you know, maybe in principle that we need to look at.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really good idea, to be honest. So it's just one got the other one.
Yeah, no, fine, yeah.
Well, on that basis, then, can I maybe take a vote in principle, and I'll just take a show of hands in favour, and would we agree to defer it then till we've got more details from the other proposal?
Yeah,
would that be reasonable?
I suppose it's just, do we just accept one proposal or do we put it in?
Yeah.
I can defer it, and I can defer it to be considered in line with the one that's coming back anyway and group them together.
Yeah.
You know, for the next agenda item.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
All vote in favour of that then? So we're voting to defer and bring them back together. Thank you very much.
Chair, I'm withdrawing my proposal.
Oh, right. Okay.
Sorry. Did we get a Persian secretary on that one? Because obviously...
You propose our second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And then obviously we can't I just haven't got that before sure.
No worries. But I don't think so 35.2, you're withdrawing.
I'm withdrawing it because I haven't been very well. I will do a bit of research of how to pay the loan off before the land lease.
Okay.
Yeah. So the loan overruns the land lease by a year, so I need to do a bit of research and get a chance to do a bit more.
Sure.
So
it's like deferred maybe till next month or whenever you reach back?
Withdrawing until I get a chance to review it all again.
Okay, so you're going to resubmit it then?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so 35.3, to receive a proposal from Councillor Roberts to instruct the clerk to issue an invitation to the 3 new district councillors for Ward 1, Low Ackworth Community Association, the Chair of Ackworth Parish Council and the clerk to attend a meeting regarding the Low Ackworth lease and Low Ackworth Community Centre to information shared between all parties. So, speaking on the proposal put forward, it's essentially just we've had local elections, so from an Ackworth Parish Council point of view, I think information sharing with the new district councillors and basically taking from that. That's all I'm asking for, really.
Just a quick question, why can't elected parish council be invited to this? Why can't elected parish council be invited to this as well?
I just put forward, but there's no particular reason for that. Other,
It's how you usually have meetings, isn't it? I think.
but just to get, it was just what I put forward. I mean, I have to take that on board.
I mean, I'd say given it's an information sharing session, it does seem a bit overkill to bring everybody along, doesn't it? It's I mean, personally,
Everybody might not want to go, but I just thought an invitation to parish council if you could attend.
I'm just not sure what benefit that brings if it's just a sharing of ideas about where we are and we're not proposing anything different. It's just a...
I mean, you can propose an amendment if you want, for it not to just be the chair and for it to include all Ackworth Parish councillors.
Well, an amendment to just include parish councils that want to attend.
So are you putting forward an amendment? Because that's what you need to do. So you're proposing that instead of it, the chair of Ackworth Parish Council and all Ackworth Parish councillors on Ackworth Parish
Or
Council.
the invitation up to parish council that can attend if they want to, basically.
It's just for an amendment, it's got to be a word change, you can't change the whole meaning, so it would be what you said, Chair, is...
The councillors of Ackworth Parish Council.
Yeah.
In